Good morning, Siri.
Good morning.
Hello, my boy. I don't think I caught your last name.
My last name is Helmer, sir. Bob Helmer.
Helmer. Oh, I see. Is your father Torvald Helmer?
Yes, sir.
And your mother, Nora Helmer?
Yes, sir. Why so much interest? And how do you know them?
Well, I don't know if you've heard much about me, but I'm Nils Kronstedt. Your father and I worked together, and your mother and I were friends. Why don't you come have chat with me in my office? So as you know, your father and your mother did not have the best relationship.
Yes, sir, I did, but I don't look up to my father anymore.
Well, your father did not act much as a man to your mother. He acted more as a child.
I can assure you that I love your daughter and I don't want to hurt her. I was raised by my nanny, Anna Marie, and that she taught me to treat a woman like a woman.
Oh, really? What's your father up to now? Finding another wife to use, or firing all the people at the bank?
Honestly, sir, I don't know. I moved out the second I could. I don't believe in his beliefs.
That's good, at least. Now I know that your father didn't influence you at all.
Sorry to ask you, but are you still mad that my father fired you?
Why, yes, I am. You may not realize it, but when he fired my family and I became poor. I wasn't able to give my family the things they needed. We lived on the streets for some time, until Oyevald and I found some work. We worked on a little farm, and it was rough, but it put food on the table. Siri should have had a better life. She deserved it. That is why I truly believe that you know how much she deserves, and that is why I approve of this date.
Father, is the young boy here?
Yes, son, but remember, this means a lot to your sister. Don't chase this one off like the last 5.
Of course not, Father. I wouldn't dream of.
Now, son, if I decide to send you on this date instead of me, you must promise not to do anything harmful to this boy.
Of course. Why don't we just go?
Yes, good idea.
Siri, Bob is here.
Coming, Father.
Good evening, Siri. You look wonderful.
As do you, Bob. Shall we go, Father?
This time I have decided to send your brother.
No, please. I don't want this one to run away like the last one.
Siri, either Oyevald goes or you don't.
Fine, Father.
I didn't know our parents knew each other.
Well, our fathers didn't really care for each other, and I didn't want that to make you avoid me.
No, I would never. But it's interesting to see our parents disliking each other and their terrible relationship.
Well, I don't know about your parents, but my parents certainly had an interesting relationship.
How so? My father didn't tell me about your parents' relationship.
My parents originally broke up, but after dealing with your family's troubles, they got back together.
Well, my father treated my mother terribly, so she left the house.
Well, hopefully you didn't develop any qualities from him.
Of course not. My nanny raised me, and I don't believe in my dad's thoughts on women. Yes, I would love to, but I'm a little scared of your brother.
Why?
Turn around.
Oh, that? He always does that. He thinks he'll scare you off.
No, of course not.
Well, I understand that you were having a big Christmas Eve party.
Yes, I am. Of course you can come.
Well, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yes, it's a Helmer tradition to have a Christmas party. And I forgot to tell you, you have to wear a costume.
A costume? What sort of costume should I wear?
Whatever you want, but it has to be fit for the party. Wow, look at the time. We must be getting back to your father in the time period he gave us. Blah.
Siri, what are you always doing in here?
Nothing.
Tell me or else!
I'm
writing letters to Bob, seeing as he's scared to come over here now. You scared him off so much.
Oh, I'm sorry. I really dislike this boy.
That's not your job.
If you don't stop this, I will stop it myself.
What do you mean?
Nothing. Just stop.
No.
Oyvind, what are you doing here?
You don't really love her.
What are you talking about? Stop. Get away.
You don't love her!